everybody. Hello. Happy Monday. It's the start of a brand new week. And guess what? My kids are back in school. Yay. All the mommies out there do a little happy dance, right? I'm Becky. I'm a full-time reseller on Poshmark, eBay, and most of the major selling platforms. And I'm also a consignment seller, and that's what I'm working on today. I have a couple consignment items that I need to get listed. I keep track of everything that I take in so that I can keep track of it as I sell it. And I have a lot to do today. It is the first day for me back on a regular work schedule from the summertime. I have two girls, and so I'm home with them during the summer and try to keep it fun, try to keep us busy, but yet not overscheduled. And then, of course, just enjoying time. But it means that I've put my business, I don't want to say on the back burner, but maybe like the medium front burner. How about that? Because we can't stop, right? But I do need to dial it back up. So jumping in today and getting back to work. Yay. Score one for the mamas with the kids back at school. But anyway, I have a lot to process. So that's what I'm working on now. And can I tell you, I'm having kind of like a weird day. I'll tell you about what happened with this seller I've been working with. But I had all these things planned and I was so excited. I was going to get all these things done. And I feel like this woman has hijacked my day, and it's still happening. This drama is still unfolding. She's a buyer. And I'm like trying to not be resentful of that because I'm like, I had so much planned for my Monday. I had so much planned, but take a moment, deep breaths, etc. And I'm just refocusing. So I was actually feeling like my day was like a runaway freight train. And I said, you know what? I'm going to come on YouTube. I'm going to get some of my things like listed on my tracker. And I'm just going to take a little bit of a break and hang out. If anyone's here to hang out and enjoy, and then I will get back to work in a little while because I've had that kind of morning. I still haven't even eaten my lunch. My lunch is actually, I heated it. And then this drama with this woman happened. And then I'll tell you more about that later. And then I was just like, wasn't hungry anymore. So it's sitting there waiting for me, and I'll get to it. But speaking of getting to it, let me open up. Look what I have. Oh my goodness. Okay. Here's another big Bertha. Actually, this is maybe like a medium Bertha. You guys have seen my hauls. You've known the size of what I've brought in. I have this to get through, and then another bag. I know I'm not going to get through everything today. Let's be realistic with our expectations here. So that's what I'm going to jump on right now. Okay, I'm rearranging my screens here so I can see everything better. Ta-da. And I have to say, like, I could have done all that before I jumped on, and I'm just having that kind of day where I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to have some peace. I'm just going to give myself grace and get through it. This woman has me in a tizzy. Can you tell? All right, here we go. So I'm pulling up my spreadsheet. And we're back. Okay. So you've heard me mention it, but I have a new consignor, and she loaded me up. I've actually never met this woman before. And so I'm just getting to know her and her items. But in the last video rather, I hauled out, and I have to actually, this is the rest of that bag. So we'll see what's in here. This is a bit of a mystery purse bag. The last one, hold on, let's take a sneak peek. The last one had Junie and Burke and a no-name bag. I can't identify what's in here now. So we'll get to that today. And then that medium Bertha bag that I have there. So I am a consignment seller, and I sell everything. And so I do limit what I take, and I can say no. I do say no sometimes. I should have said no to this other situation, which is putting me in such a tizzy today, but I didn't. And I generally don't, because I'm like, oh, sure, I can sell that. And then I'm in these situations where sometimes I'm taking in items that I don't know what to expect, which is good because I'm like, oh, cool, don't know what to expect. But then, I could get great quality or I could get medium quality. I do kind of know kind of where my consignors are coming from. So I never get too worried. This is a little cabbie, kind of like a flowy peplum style with like this ruched top, cinched bust. Tank top size 8. Blue, white, ruched. Tank top, flowy waist. So let me tell you this story, and I will story while I work, which if you've watched my videos, that means we're going to tell a story, but it's going to take me about 15 minutes to tell a story that should be a 1-minute story because I'm multitasking. And you know what they say about multitasking? I don't know. What do they say about multitasking? Actually, I did hear something that said that, we applauded ourselves for like multitasking and being, jacks of all trade and doing all these things and getting so much done, blah, blah, blah. But they're now saying that multitasking is like bad, that we're dividing our brain and stressing ourselves, and then we're not getting as much done. So, and I actually subscribe to that line of thinking. Look at this, talk about dolman sleeve. This is a knit sweater. The brand is Maude Vivante. I've never sold that brand before. It's kind of got like this ombre effect. I like researching new brands, new things to sell. Red, gray, black. So, as a consignment seller, not having full control on what comes into my store, it also is kind of cool because like I'm selling brands that I would have never picked up at the thrift store. Like one of the brands that has surprised me is Calvin Klein, which is like a basic brand, right? But like I really wouldn't have picked it up. I would have just said like, oh, that's so basic. I have sold some Calvin Klein for some really good money, and I'm like, wow, I'm pleasantly surprised. So that's, just another instance of where selling on consignment has broadened my horizons. It's forced me out of my box, if you will. LuLaRoe, small, black, white, pin, stripe, open front, flowy, long cardigan. And here she is. Oh, it's a long one. Hold on. Oh, here she is in all her glory. So LuLaRoe is known, let me see if I can show you guys. LuLaRoe is known for like these duster, like these long, I'd have to stand on the chair to show you. These long duster. Oh my gosh, it's like down to my knees. These duster jackets. And I have had success with LuLaRoe selling for a decent price. Actually, I just sold one. I'll show you. Show and tell. I just mailed it out like an hour ago. Buyer paid $24 plus shipping, $7.60 shipping. So I made, I made good money on that. That's a LuLaRoe top. I actually found that at the bins, and it was probably, 30 cents or so. And so I consider that a good return. If it wasn't at the bins, I wouldn't have gotten it at all. But the plus size sells better in that brand for me. Oh, Louise is here. Hi, I remember meeting you. Yeah, you saw Bold Finds 24-hour live and have been watching some videos. Oh, how cool. It's so good to meet you. You have a channel as well, right? I feel like when we were on with James's, that 24-hour was like a crazy, crazy whirlwind. Were you in the chat, or were you live for a while, like earlier in the day before I got there? That was such a fun event, but I cannot believe all you guys who were doing it right alongside. That was a lot. This is White House Black Market, black, white, pipe, trim, size 6. Look how pretty this is. Oh, does it have sleeves? Hold on. What? Is this a skirt? I thought this was a top. It's a skirt. How darling is that? It's like totally ruffly and flowy. Cute. Trim, skirt, size 6. Okay. White House Black Market also sells for me well. So that's exciting. Luis says, no, not yet. Just on the chat. Not yet. Oh, start a channel so we can be besties and we can get to know each other better. It's funny. I should say I don't have a channel because it's just me talking to myself and now you. But I feel like being in business by myself can be a little bit lonely, and then getting to chat with everybody is great. And maybe because I'm such like a chatterbox, I want to talk. I don't want to like be on the other side of the screen. So here I am. Oh, you've only been reselling for a few months. Well, that's good. Then you just get on live and start asking questions. Following George. Oh, George is so sweet. I'm smitten with him. I have to tell him, the other day he had on a shirt in one of his videos. I was like, look at you, George. He was looking good. It was on one of his Berlin. Where did he go? I don't know. It was one of his travel videos. And James is awesome too. He's like a wealth of information. I watch him more for like learning than for entertainment. And George, I learn a lot from him too, but I feel like he's like my buddy to pal around with. He does a lot of lives. Yeah. And you know what? George and I think are of the same mindset that, like, I know he has said it before. He'll just, like, if he has stuff to do, he'll just jump on and be like, I have stuff to do. Let's do stuff. And I'm kind of the same way. Like, I use this as motivation. So if you ever wanted to start a YouTube channel, hit me up, let me know. And then we can like geek out and talk to each other live and in person. Are you in the UK or are you US and just happen to find UK resellers? Yeah, I've learned a lot from both of them too. They motivated you to start. Oh my gosh, I love that. See, that is so cool. Although I will say, and I'm going to say this comment, and it's not against them. It's just against you too can resell. I feel like so many people on YouTube, again, not these guys, make it look so simple. And actually what I love about both of them, because if you've watched some of their videos where they talk about their revenue, they keep it real. They totally keep it real. But I feel like so many people make it look so simple online, and then they don't show the, like, what you're making, the trials and tribulations, there's like a psychological component that can be hard for a lot of people. But I love that it looks easy and fun, because it is easy and fun. Like, anybody can do it. There's such a low bar of entry. Like, you don't need a degree. You don't even need to have like any level of like aptitude. You just have to like list it and sell it, and the sales come in. So yeah, anybody can do it, literally. You use the 24 live to list. Yeah, me too. I got like a ton. I was what was I doing then? I was mainly photographing, and then I was listing, I think, when I was chatting live. Oh, you're in the UK as well. Yeah, they keep it real. I would ask you where you are in the UK, but I don't know my geography, so I don't know that would help me any. I'm so sorry. I don't know my US geography either, so don't feel like I'm being anti-UK. Cabby, small, gray. Actually, tell me where you're from. Maybe I will know where it is. I shouldn't doubt myself. My husband sometimes teases me because I live in Pennsylvania, and he'll say, Becky, where was the Gettysburg Address signed? I'm like, Gettysburg. Okay, where is that? Pennsylvania. I was probably like flirting with some boy while they were teaching that in school. George lives about an hour from you, and you recommended a vintage sale, and you've been twice. Oh, how cool. So have you guys like met up or like seen each other? Because that'll be like the real fun. So you live in, is it pronounced Yorkshire, right? Not Yorkshire. I live on a street called Berkshire, but every once in a while I say I'm going to Berkshire because I feel like it makes me sound so much more fancy. Tank top dress, tiered, gray, flowy, long. This is a cabbie dress. I mentioned in my last video that I'm selling for this woman who I think is a cabbie demonstrator. Either that or she's just addicted. No judgment. And I have a lot of cabbie for her. All right, drum roll, please. This is the rest of this garbage bag of bags. Let's see. Oh, my geezers. Oh, another genie. Okay, so hold on. I do now think that they're authentic. By the way, I haven't authenticated the last one, but this logo looks legit. And you know what I'm going to do to authenticate? I'm going to text my consignor and say, is this real? That's my authentication process. I will, of course, inspect it. Oh my gosh. This, first of all, if you have like these nice purses, people just ram stuff in garbage bags. I don't get it. It feels super soft. It's beautiful. There's like you could see where it folded over in the teeth, these big hunka-munka teeth kind of like bit into the leather. So I hope I can polish that out. Oh my gosh, look, she did not even use this. Oh my word. Ay. I love my job. This is so fun. Oh, look, okay. Y'all, this is what I'm here for. I love it. So this will do well. She did not say, oh, I'm going to squash into this bag some high-end bags for you to sell. I mean, not super high-end, but well. Oh, I wish I could send you the smell. Okay, it is authentic because here is the code. And here, it's all authenticated. It's the Mackenzie Hobo, if you wanted to know. All right, y'all, this is awesome. So this bag is essentially unused. She still has like the label and everything in here and the dust bag. Okay, how about that for a little haul? Now I started telling a story, and then look at this. I've already gotten like super waylaid, and I think I said it was going to take me 15 minutes to tell the story, and that was probably 15 minutes ago. Actually, it was less because I've only been live for 15 minutes. So let me put this on my tracker before I lose sight of it. Danby Blue. What did I say was the Mackenzie Hobo? Hobo bag. New attacks. Wow, that beautiful new leather smell. I hope I can do something. Can you guys see how this is like folded over because it's a hobo bag? But can you see where like there's like a little bit of a bite mark from the teeth of the zipper kind of being like folded over and squashed in a garbage bag? Thank you very much. So Mama's gonna have to see if I can get that out. Oh my. Yes, that's the pronunciation. Oh, good. See, I can speak English and the King's English, right? I know, isn't that bag awesome? It's so cool that it's a cool bag, but it's cool that like I just don't know what it's like my Mary Poppins bag. I don't know what I'm gonna pull out. Cassidy says, hi, Becky from Sydney, Australia. Oh, it's good to meet you too. Cassidy, how did you find my channel? Were you just like, oh, look, there's a lunatic who's live on YouTube. Are you a reseller? No, it's a Dooney and Burke bag. It's not Louis. That was my other, if you've seen one of my other videos, I have a different consignor. So I'm a consignment reseller. And another one of my consignors had stuff, again, rammed. She had these huge, big, tall black garbage bags, like the ones that you put like in your garage for garage stuff. And her daughters, I think both of them are servers. So I had all these like promotional, like whiskey, like Jameson, Tullamore Dew, like all these beer brand and whiskey brand promotional shirts and like, I don't want to say junky stuff, but just very basic stuff. And then I pull out this Louis Vuitton bag. I'm like, okay. And then there's that. So I just never know what I'm going to get from my consigners. They keep it real. Oh, that's funny. So Cassidy, do you have a YouTube channel? So bear with me for a second, guys. I am just going to switch to, I want to pull up my YouTube tab. So I'm on through StreamYard because every once in a while there will be somebody who, and by the way, if either of you guys want to jump on live with me and chit chat live and real, let me know and I'll send you the link so you guys can we can talk in person. But anyway, new life. There we go. Somebody said that if you pull up a window to have your actual YouTube going at the same time, you can see different chats. And I just want to make sure that my chat is working. So bear with me just a moment. Let's see. Okay. And then I'm going to finally tell the story that I've been trying to tell the story for like 100 million years. All right. I think I have to mute it. So hang on for a second. Oh, see, there we go. I get to hear myself chit-chatting. Okay, mute Becky, and now she's live. Okay, yeah, the chat matches up. Good. Well, now that we've tested that theory, I can minimize that window. Okay. Thanks, y'all. There we go. So, Louise, tell me about your journey in reselling. How's it been so far? You said you've just been doing it a couple months. Trials, tribulations. What's your favorite part so far? What are your least favorite parts? Like, I'm relatively new to reselling too. I guess it's coming on 3 years, but I still feel so new, but yet I also feel so seasoned at times. So like, I love to experience the journey with you. One of my friends just started reselling as well. And I'm like, oh, tell me what you found. Tell me the good stuff. And then she tells me some of the hard stuff too, which I remember, going through the growing pains. Ugh. Louisa, not this time, but I'd love to in the future. It's a bank holiday. Oh, slobbing all day. I thought you said sobbing. And I was like, what? Don't cry. Those are my favorite kind of days. Oh my gosh. When you can just like veg out and hang out. What is the bank holiday? What's the holiday? I'm trying to think. Like, there's nothing here. It's my mom's birthday. I have to say hi to my mom. And this is a fossil bag. Oh, look how cute this little key is. So it's funny that, she's got some high-end stuff and then some more regular things. It's a red bag. It's leather. And it's in great condition. Let me just see what the tag says. Fossil's a good brand. I shouldn't hate on Fossil. It's just not Dooney and Burke. And now I'm disappointed, right? Look at me, what a snob I am. Yeah. Cowhide leather. Hooey! We got some cowhide leather over here. Okay, so red Fossil cowhide leather. Shoulder bag. And it is textured. So you can see there's a little mark on it here. I'm going to have to see if I can get that out. And you can kind of see it's like a dimply, oh, there's another mark, like a dimply leather. It's super soft. This is a nice bag too. So do I have it out here? I was cleaning some things. This is one of the bags that I have coming up. This is actually, what is this? A Michael Kors bag that I'm selling for another consignor. But I'll show you my process. I use this leather CPR, leather cleaner. Actually, I can show you what it's like. And it's kind of like, it reminds me of hair conditioner. Can you see? It's just, probably can't even see it. It's like just like a little glob. And you can just like take it and it's actually kind of like moisturizer, but I usually have on gloves and then I lather it all up and I let it sit. And you can see sometimes the bags are like really dry and they just suck it in. And then I go back and give it as much as it needs. So that's my process in a nutshell. You heard it here first, people. Louise said she wanted to clear the clutter in her wardrobe. Yeah, that's how a lot of us get going. And it went from there. I love that. And she found that she really loves it. Learned so much from following YouTubers and so many tips. Yeah, and for me, I kind of started in a very similar way. And then I just got hooked, turning my excess into money. And it's actually made me appreciate the things I have more, but then try to be more minimal. Although sourcing and getting things from my consignment clients doesn't help that minimalistic lifestyle. Although in my personal life, I am more minimalistic because I can turn things into profit. But then actually when I'm out, I'm like, oh, I could sell that. I could flip that. And that can be a hard thing for me. But I think selling your own things is like the perfect way to start because you already know about the item and then it's like easier to list. And you can say, oh, this is super comfortable. Or, oh, sometimes I'll put in my listings, I got so many compliments on this, Bought from the vintage sale twice and a bundle from Marketplace. Oh, I love that. Yeah. Was it your first car boot sale? I've obviously never been to one because I'm in the US, but they look so amazing and just fun. Like if I ever take a trip to visit out your guys' way, I'm that's like on the agenda. Car boot sale. Check. All that like negotiating might stress me out though. On Facebook Marketplace, it's funny that you mentioned that. I am going to be in an area that I'm not usually local to tomorrow. And I just need to switch gears for a moment. I'm going to be in an area that I'm not usually local to. And there was a woman giving things away on Facebook Marketplace. Do people ever give things away by you? Because that's like a really good way to get new inventory literally for free if you look for the free stuff and kind of build your store while you're, usually when you start up, you're trying to like keep your costs low and all that kind of stuff. So that's been big. So I'm actually doing that tomorrow while I'm driving to go meet one of my consignors. She doesn't live close, but she loads me up. So I don't mind. We kind of like meet halfway and I'm going to be in a town that I'm not usually in. So I'll kind of connect with her. So, but I'm going to try to get this bag of free stuff while I'm there. If it's free, it's for me. I need to not have that be my mantra because my cup runneth over. I have quite a bit. Okay, I'm going to take a few of these things. And so I have multiple different consigners, and I have to like make sure that I'm flowing with not putting too much time to any one consigner. I put them in like a queue of how the order that they give it to me. And so now I'm switching to a different consigner. Both of them have the same first name though, so I have to keep that organized. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm just going to take out a little handful. So speaking of Facebook Marketplace, this was the whole thing that happened this morning. Let me tell you, let me finally get to this story. And I'm going to check my phone real quick because this was part of the shenanigans. And I think she just said she's on her way back. Okay. Let me text my consigner. Hold, please. See, this is why I don't do this stuff. Okay. Or might even be there already. So here, I'll show you. I am selling for one of my consigners a chair. It's one of these big, I want to try to show you the chair without showing you this person's name. Okay. It's one of those big, huge, they call them, or at least I call them Papazon chairs. Have you ever seen that before? This is like without the cushion, but it like the chair sits on this little thing and then it's like wicker. So you can see there, that was a picture. Some of the ties that are on it were like coming undone. So I had it listed for a lot, and then I kept lowering. Finally, I had someone, it's listed now for 70, and we negotiated down to 60, right? Okay, fine. But then she's like, well, how do I can I come get it? And I was like, yes, but I don't give you the home address until I need the payment first. She's like, well, I'm not going to pay you because I don't know if I can trust you. I'm like, okay, that's fair. Well, could you pay part of it? Well, I don't know. And then it became this whole thing back and forth. Well, can we meet up? Can we not meet up? It's pretty huge. So and I'm not going to be spending my time then oh, here she is texting like crazy, driving all over creation and whatever. And so she was at a will of I don't want to pay you first. And I'm at a will of I don't want to give you my consigner's address first. Cause then that's super scary to be sending someone to their house. I feel like I owe them the respect of privacy and whatever else and safety, So she says to me, she's like, well, I just don't think this is going to work out. We've had that conversation twice. And finally I was like, she's like, well, can you send me a video? Can you send me a video of you with the chair? And I'm like, well, now I'm worried that she's a creeper who's like, can you send me a video of you with the chair? Which there's been plenty of people who are like, can I have videos of your feet in the shoes? I've seen a weird thing or two. So I was kind of hesitant. And I was like, why aren't you willing to pay? What was her hesitation on that, And finally, I was like, here's what I'll do. So I didn't want to tell her that I don't own the chair, that I'm selling it for someone else. Because once people think that, then they're like, who are you and why isn't this legitimate, And so I didn't want to say it's not mine. I'm selling it for someone else. This is convoluted. It's many layers. I didn't want to even go there. So I just said, I'm not with the chair right now. I'm out. Can I, what did I say? I said, can I send you a picture of me, a video of me? I sent her my Poshmark store, my eBay store, so she could see my pictures on Facebook. It's the same picture I use on all my other, stores and whatever. That still wasn't good enough for her. So finally I said, can I send you a video? And that way, I'm a live person and whatever. And so she's like, okay, that works. So I sent this video. I'm like, hi, it's me. I'm just proving that I'm real. And then it worked out. So she paid me $10 in advance, went to go get the chair. It doesn't fit in her car. So then she paid me the rest of the $50 and said, I'm going to come back for the second part. It's been this whole thing. And meanwhile, I'm texting back and forth with my consignor to be like, it's coming. She's coming. Can you schlep the whole thing outside? Can you leave it for her? Oh my gosh. This is hijacked my whole day, which is why I started the video saying, I'm in a weird place right now. I need to calm down. Look, I'm getting all worked up again. Anyway, that's my story. She just texted that bing that you heard. She just picked it up. Thanks again. Woohoo! Transaction complete. So that was $60 total. And I have a 60-40 breakdown with this consignor. And I think she had said, I have to go back through my notes, but I think she had said for the big items, because this is, I don't normally do this. I do not normally do this. And this is why, but that we were working different commissions. So I'll go back and just double check. I think it's 70-30 for me. So was it worth it? Maybe it took an hour of my life, like all broken into little compartments. But the stress. Oh dear. Louise said she's been to a car boot years ago with a friend. Oh, that's so cool. I think it's just awesome that you like have the opportunity to go to those. And this was the first one that you were buying. Oh, did you sell at the other one? So how does it work? Like if you just show up with your stuff. I mean, obviously, I guess you have to like pay for a spot, but George was saying that there's not really like consignment stores in the UK, and that I guess the car boots are like the thing to do. So instead of having like a garage sale at your house, you'd go there, right? Because then like everybody's all there. The audience is built in. It's just brilliant. It's so smart. You had 4 big bags full. Oh my gosh, you scored. That's awesome. That's good getting free stuff. Yeah. So look at that. Like, I don't know if you guys have the app Nextdoor, but it's like for neighborhoods. And there's often people who are like, I'm getting rid of this. Like on Nextdoor, they have like a free tab. We also have Upcycle where or Free Cycle where people put stuff for free. I don't know if you have that too, but that's another good tip for getting free tat, as you guys call it. So do your friends, you said you have friends sometimes to give to you, do they donate or are you selling for them? Yeah, marketplace people can be flaky. A lot of times if it's free, they'll just like leave it on their porch. And then I usually say, is it out? I'm coming, like that, because then if I'm buying stuff when there's money exchange, they tend to be much more flaky. But if it's free, they just kind of want it gone, I feel like. Although sometimes they promise things to more than one person and that gets frustrating. One lady accepted your offer back at the beginning of August. And then when you tried to arrange it to collect it, she said she was on holiday. Oh, lovely. Until the 4th of September. Yeah, people, oh my gosh, people are so weird, right? Like, come on, like common sense. Like, why? I actually had somebody on eBay purchase something. He purchased it, but then didn't pay. And then he's like, I was like, okay, well, your payment hasn't come through. He's like, yeah, I won't be able to buy this for a while. I'm like, then why'd you click purchase? I'm like, well, how long is a while? He's like, a while. I was like, okay, dude, relist. I did earn it, right? I earned every gosh darn dollar of that sale. Oh, 50-yard sales all together in a field. That just sounds like a dream. Although I feel like, I don't know, maybe I feel like I'd almost have like FOMO of like, where should I start? Like, I don't want to miss out on a deal. No, I would just love the whole thing. Anyway, I'll show you what I'm just listing. I'm listing a few DVDs, or I'm not listing them. I'm getting them on my tracker. Pearl Harbor, A Beautiful Mind, Desperado. I think you pronounce this Hoosiers? Hoosiers? I think it's Hosier. Like, what do they say in Canada? What do they call them? A hose. Isn't a hoser? Isn't that like a hockey term though? Hoosiers. It's with Gene Hackman. I need to get my basketball lingo down, huh? Hoosier basketball DVD with Gene Hackman. I'm so glad that sale is over because it was just like, if that was going to drag on for longer, she had to go wherever she lives and then come back with a different car. Sheesh. I feel bad for her, but like, she asked for the measurements too. Like, I told her where it was at. So she should have like known what she was getting herself into. Pirates of the Caribbean, or Caribbean, depending on how you want to say it, which I've never seen. Shame on me. DVD is what was her name? Cheryl? Cassidy. Cassidy, are you still here in Australia? Don't they call it a DVD? Is that how you say it with the accent? I think it's the cutest thing. It's a DVD. Oh, I need to get out more. This You guys know I'm a lunatic. I thought they were a band. Oh, yeah. You know what? You're right, Louise. I think you're right. Well, now they're also some kind of basketball team or something. America's Game, the Super Bowl champions. Okay. This is the 1985 Chicago Bears Super Bowl. Well, that's kind of cool. I guess it makes sense you could buy that. I don't know why you would want to. I guess if you're a Bears fan. Super Bowl. Oh, I guess they were the champion, right? Who did they play? Super Bowl 10 Bears DVD. And it's official. NFL. That's interesting. Never seen that before. And it's new. New in box. NIB. Ta-da! Too Fast, Too Furious. Racing car movie. Also never seen it. Too Furious. Aren't there like 6 of these movies? DVD. These DVDs they're just so quick and easy for me to list. I don't feel like they sell for a ton, but they're quick and easy to list. Badder Santa. I've never heard of this one with Billy Bob Thornton. Okay, that's the last DVD there. Yeah, it's sealed. See, good eye, Louise. You can tell. You're a pro. You're an expert reseller. All right, I'm going to pull out a couple more things. Oh, I don't want to. Okay, I'm saying unsaved. That's not good. I'm going to pull out a few more things, and then I'm going to be done. Because today's the first day of school for my kids. And I promise I always make them brownies on the first day of school, and I need to get the brownies in the oven. So I'm so glad that worked out. I'm like compulsively now checking because I want to make sure that everything went through okay. So these I'm actually just going to put on a little bit of a different tracker because this is just a donation. They're 9 West little mules. They're like peep toe. So when I have things that are straight donation and they don't need to be kept like organized like my other inventory, I can totally do it a different way. So this is just for my purposes. Free inventory, especially when they're good stuff. Clark's collections. Look at these. Never worn. Wow. Oh, maybe they've been worn once. Barely. They're like clean on the inside. Clark's size. 8.5. Oh, hey, by the way, Louise, I know brownies. So here's the thing about having brownies in my house. It's just not good. Brownies in the house are just not good for anybody. And I have to now, they're for my kids. They're not for me. Oh, Clark's. So question for you. I have a pair of a jacket that I'm selling. Here, let me see if I can pull it up. Hold on. Put down those shoes. So I have this coat that I'm selling. It's not a jacket, it's a coat. And it is a size, I think it's at a size EU 40. Right? Let's pull it up. Okay, here it is. Here's the coat. It's a beautiful coat. I think I remember the brand is Street One. It's got like this like leather look trim. Yeah, okay. So the label says EU 38, Great Britain 12. So are UK sizes the same as US? Like if it's a size GB 12, Great Britain 12, would it be a US 12? Yeah, right? I feel like I should ask an expert first. Louise says she loves listing, but not keen on doing the photography. Really? I'm the exact opposite. Oh my gosh, I'm the exact opposite. I could photograph all day because I'm just like, I put on like a book on tape and I'm going and I'm lost in it. Like I don't have to, I can disengage, but then when I have to do the listing, I'm like, oh, I have to think like, and what are the words I want to say, etc. Tell me why you're the opposite. That's so curious. How interesting. You're getting better at it though. Yeah. I'll send some brownies to you. I know they are too tempting, and it's like they're like crack. All right, and these are missing inserts. Clark's also. I will have to research if I can find the inserts. Okay, another suede. Clark's black. Need insert. Okay. So there's that. Okay, is that everything? I'll do 2 more tops. 1 more top. Then I got to put my brownies in, or my kids are not going to have something to wear. Oh my gosh, what is this? I love selling on consignment. I never know what the heck I'm going to find. Hold on, you guys. What is this? Okay, this is Nick and Nora sleepwear. It looks innocent, right? It looks innocent. It's pajamas. They're fleece, fuzzy, leopard pajamas, but wait for it. Look at the feet. Hold on, can you even see? Look at how cute. It's got like these eyes and let's see. Oh, she's staring at us, and these cute little ears and this cute little mouth and a little nose. Oh, she has little yarn whiskers. Oh my gosh, how funny is this? They're feety pajamas. Okay. Nick and Nora, size small. Nick and Nora, small, fleece, leopard, footed PJs with cat feet. Oh my God, this consigner is now texting me. I'm also selling mattresses for her. Nobody wants to pay for mattresses. You can get mattresses for free on Facebook Marketplace, and I'm having trouble selling them for her. I'm trying, and I thought I had a buyer, and he was like a weirdo. So she pulled them downstairs from her spare bedroom and brought them downstairs, and now they're like sitting in her house, in her like front hall. She's okay with it, but I'm trying to get them to move quickly. But I just know that's going to be like another whole shenanigans. Oh, new comments. I didn't click the right button here. I know those are cute, right? Hold on. So Luis said it's a US 4. I am so glad I asked because, okay. Thank you, Luis. I appreciate that. I'm sure I could have Googled it, right? But where's the fun in that when I can ask one of my new besties? Louise says she thinks it's because she struggles with lighting. Oh, you know what? That would drive me crazy too. And like, yeah, if you don't have like a dedicated space, then that I could see that being really, really annoying. Oh, your son came back from university. He came back from uni, right? And his room was the one that you used for photography. Oh no, it was all set up. Oh my gosh. And then you had to take it all down. That totally does stink. Oh, darn it. So how long is he back for? Like, is he just visiting or is he permanently home? Because now you got to figure something out, right? So my friend, I mentioned reference to her earlier that she is starting, like she's like a baby reseller and she's just kind of starting. And that was her one thing. She sent me this whole, what did she send me? Oh, she sent me her eBay store. And she's like, can you critique my eBay store and let me know what you think and how it's going, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay, I'll critique your store. And I took one look at it. I was like, the store looks great. Everything is great. But her photo setup, she was taking pictures of things like hanging on a closet doorknob. And I was like, I think it's time. I think the thing that you need to upgrade is your photography, because that's okay for someone just selling out of their personal closet, right? But if you're looking at pictures of things just hanging on a doorknob, it's fine again, but it doesn't say, hey, I have a lot of items and this is my business and I'm selling professionally and you can trust what you're getting from me. And I think that that's a big thing for buyers, is that they want to know you're going to send something on time. It's as described. You know what you're talking about, like in terms of the sizing, that you're reputable and trustworthy. And hanging stuff from her doorknob, just that was the first thing I looked at, was like, oh, it looks like you're selling out of your home, and that's great. But that would be the dial up. She was paying, what else was she paying for? She was paying for like all these expensive mailers and all these like subscriptions to this and that. And I'm like, no, you don't need any of that. Just get a hook, buy a command hook and hang things on a wall. And she didn't, and it looks great. So yeah, having a photo that I can totally appreciate where you're coming from, Louise, with that being your point of frustration. 2 months, and then we discussed him being here till spring. Oh, that sounds like it's a discussion that needs more. Do you have another place that you can set up in the meantime, or like while is he home all the time, or does he have a job? Like, can you be like, I'm going to use your room between like this window of time or something? He can stay forever for you. Oh, I love that. My youngest daughter says she's going to come. She's never going to leave. I'm like, she's 11. Like, you say that now, but you're going to want to leave when you're 18. She's very much like me. And I have a feeling that the teenage years are going to be rife with drama. Who knows? Hopefully we'll still get along as well as we do now when she's older. That's awesome that you're having him stay with you, though. That's like such a gift to give somebody who's a college student the opportunity to like start out life without being just burdened by rent or some other debts that can come from having a place. So that's a huge gift. That's awesome. But I'm sure it's a little inconvenience for you to try to figure things out. How is like the lighting otherwise? Do you need lamps and stuff, or can you find another spot like near an open window and just like natural lighting? What sucks about natural lighting is if it's nighttime, then you're kind of sunk, like you can't photograph at night. And as I'm talking to you, I'm like in the shadow over here, by the way, speaking of lighting. And then like if it's like an overcast day, people say that their stuff can look, darker and things like that. So I wonder if that's another option. Yeah, figuring it out. See, okay, so I have this problem. I'm always trying to solve other people's problems for them. Like, oh, can you move? Can you do this? Can you do that? I'm sure you have a plan. Tell me, what's your plan? You bought a mannequin and then a body form that hangs, oh yeah, on the back of the door. Okay, and that's been great. Was it expensive? I could probably use one of those. I have 2 different photo setups. I do like a flat lay, and then I have like a hanger. I have 2 different spots, and then I actually have a third spot for hard goods. Yeah, the teenage years. Do you just have your son, or do you have any other kids? I have a feeling that being a mother of girls is going to be really righteous in the next few years. And speaking of which, I have to jump off soon because I have to get the brownies in the oven, or else I'm going to lose Mother of the Year status. Nobody wants that. I'll be on for like another minute and then I'll boogie off. Anyway, yeah, it's Monday. Kids are back in school. I'm actually feeling lighter. I'm glad I got this little mini haul processed, and I do have to leather treat that one bag. I have to do some laundry now. These shoes, I have to find an insert for the one pair. I have to get these guys cleaned up and listed. Although these ones that are donated are going to go to my low priority pile because I have to get my consigners things going first. And then the movies, I just wipe them off in case they've been like in a dusty movie cabinet and get those listed. Movies are so simple for me to photograph, like I said, so I'll get those going. But I feel good. Thank you for having me be here and giving me back my sanity after the shenanigans. So my consignor asked me, could I help her to move these big items? And I said yes, kind of like under duress. She kind of was like, well, could you really? It's just probably so easy for you. And it's easy if I was selling it out of my house, but I have to coordinate with her and them. Can you get it down? Da, da, da. Thank goodness it wasn't raining, but this whole thing was such a fiasco this morning. But it's done, and the money's in my pocket, so I'm happy. I'm very happy. Oh, Louise says she got some natural light and a lamp. Yeah, okay. And then the lightning option. Yeah, so just run it through a filter. That's a good idea. The body form was a bargain. Oh, how cool. Okay. Yeah, like $15 is not bad at all. Huh. All right, I might need to look into that. Does it take you a long time to get the clothes on and off the body form? Because like I don't want to slow myself down, but there are certain things that just need a form. Like there's just something that just I'm like, that looks so flat. That would look so much better if it was on a body, Just one child or son. Yeah, I hear boys take care of their mamas. and that they will look after you when you're older. So lucky you. It sounds like you're looking after him quite well too. So I'm sure you guys have a great relationship. You put clothes and makeup on. And, I don't feel like you have to, but if you want to chat, you're totally welcome to do that. I would love to chat with you, but I don't want you to feel pressured. I don't mind chatting and just speaking my mind to whomever, but I could see where some people would be like, oh my God, that's like nerve-wracking. But yeah, if you're here for it, I'm here for it. We'll be new besties online. So cool. I do think I'll be back on tomorrow, maybe around the same time. I have to meet up with that person. And like I said, I'm going to try to score some stuff for free on Facebook Marketplace. So I'll report back. But, it's quicker. Okay, cool. That's good to know. When we talk live, maybe see if you can have the form nearby so you can show me, if that's not like a total pain in the butt ski. That way you can show me what you have and I can look at it before I go and purchase my own. See, look at us helping each other out, the reselling community. So, all right, Louise, it's been so nice chatting with you. Thanks for joining me and hanging out. And I'm excited for you as like a new reseller. I feel like that part of the journey, like where you're just so excited and like everything is cool and you're learning so much. It's such like a fun thing. So I feel like your good juju and good energy will rub off on me and make me inspired when days like today get really frustrating and I'm like ready to throw my phone through a wall after these people and their shenanigans. Anyhow, all right. I would love to, and I can't type fast enough. I know. Yeah, I'm the same way. So, well, good chatting. Thanks everybody else for hopping on and off. It was good being live, and I'll see you again tomorrow or as soon as possible. Bye, everybody.